All right, everyone, we finally got ourselves together. All the technology is working the way that it absolutely should be. Do you want to roll initiative again, or do you want to keep us in the order that we are now?
I'm cool either or.
I'm fine to keep.
All right, then that means that Qorbo is who I have up here, right here and now. So Poe, as you take your turn, you find yourself underneath the bridge with your companions. Many of the people there, those weird, shady people, stand idly by a fire. You can hear it crackling in the distance adjacent to you, as well as you can smell the horrid stench of these people who are completely unwashed, unclean, adjacent to the edge of the brackish water that swirls in from the tidal coast and mixes with the runoff excess sludge from the sewers of the leftover rot of civilization. And before you see Thaco barrel roll off into the water as some strange otherworldly energy seems to project towards him. Poe, what do you want to do?
I'm going to like hearing the splash, I'm gonna note, like, I think Thaco's in trouble. He's just made these new friends, and he's gonna look around and see if it's possible he can make a few more friends. And he flashes his wallet. He's gonna take his wallet out and show it to the big guy, and he's like, I'll make it worth your while if you can help us save our friend. You know what he's walked into, and we desperately need your help.
Out of curiosity, when you say you flash your wallet, do you want to like jingle a coin pouch, or do you actually have a wallet with like, you know, like papers or like, you know, like nobles insignia signed documents? Like, what exactly are you pulling out?
He's a wealthy guy.
He is? Yes.
He has connections, so he takes out, I would say he takes out probably 10 gold coins.
Okay. So not a physical wallet, but instead like you take out some money. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering, because like you have several, like you could bring out certificates or something, right? That you theoretically keep in a wallet. All right. So do you want to make a persuasion check?
Sure. Yep.
To try to get this guy to join in said combat?
That is a 13.
With a 13, the guy looks over to you and just sort of goes,
no.
Poe's not gonna say anything. Can I bonus action double the?
You want to try and what? You want to double the money?
I want to double the gold.
Okay, you put 20 gold pieces into the pile, and the guy kind of gives it a look over, strokes the edge of his furred face, looks back over towards Thaco, who's splashed into the water. He kind of gives a general look over your party's health, like your general constitution, and he takes the 20 gold and puts it in his coin pouch.
And Poe's just going to jingle his pouch as he puts it back at his waist and kind of look at him.
What else would you like to do?
My movement, I'm going to head in the direction of where I heard Thaco splash.
You may move yourself unless you'd like me to move you. Would you prefer that I move you?
Yeah, actually, let me see if I can. Yes, I can. Okay. My movement, 25 walking, so...
Oh, can you do me a favor real quick? Just click M4M on your keyboard. Just M4M, nothing else.
M4M.
Yep, now keep moving. You've moved 10 feet, or 5 feet so far.
5 so far, and then I think he's going... Oh, where am I? There we go. Okay, he's going this way.
Are you gonna go back into the
No, I'm going to where
All right.
20.
So you get
to be able to get 20 from where I moved before.
yes. As you get up towards the grung will allow you to pass through a space, but he as you pass by him, he is going to try and make a sleight of hand check using his sticky fingers. He's gonna try and take the pouch right out of your off of your belt, as is the heavy set guy that you pass on by. So I need you to make me two insight checks or perception check or sleight of hands. I'll give you either one of those. Or
Sleight
I
of
guess
hand
more
or
it'd be
insight?
give me a dexterity or wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Either of those.
Dexterity.
And I need 2 of these.
12. The next one is 8.
All right, you arrive into the doorway, and you don't seem to notice this, but Kyani and Gurak, you watch as the heavy guy has Poe's coin purse, just sort of yoink,
Now,
and puts it in his belt loop.
does evasion apply to this?
It does not.
Okay, let me go ahead and zero that gold out.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and zero out the purse.
Keep an eye on how much money it was. Actually, tell it.
Yes.
Well, how much money did you have in your purse total?
Total 2,000 gold.
2,000. Ooh, nice. Ooh, doggy.
Oh
He was
boy.
down in
Nice.
1980 when it was
Pretty.
snatched.
All right, let's go.
And he doesn't know. He's
Feel
just
a
gonna keep
little
on
lighter
going
as you
towards
reach over to the end of the way. You have flashed your money before thieves. A dangerous play. What else would you like to do? Believe that's everything?
I think that's it. I used my action, my bonus action, and my movement, right? So I think I'm done there.
All right,
All those got.
we go to the Weaver Arcane. The Weaver Arcane. Thaco, you've just splashed into the water, as I understand it, right? Are you right at the surface? Thaco? Thaco? Ah, you're muted.
Oh,
We can't.
no.
I see. Okay, it's the headset. It is what it is. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens all the time. It's happened to you. It's happened to me. You can't deny it. If you've been in the online world, this is just part of life. It's just like when you try to use D&D Beyond during your D&D games, and D&D Beyond just decides not to work.
What's more embarrassing
Can you hear
is
me
when...
now?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second.
Was that the end of your sentence, Hannah? What
You'll
what's
never
more
know.
embarrassing is, can you hear me now?
No, I was gonna say when Discord fully kicks you out.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that is more embarrassing.
Because you're like, oh, I guess I'm gone.
Walk by.
Okay, while I get this sorted out, what I was trying to say something earlier, but I was wondering why nobody was hearing me.
Now you know.
So, if I recall correctly, we ended the last session with me leaping dramatically into the air, and then, having to, kind of like, presumably go into the water, but
Yes.
that's what you think. Because I would have liked to, and I don't know if this is like retroactive now. I didn't really have a chance
We
to
don't
say
go
anything
back!
due to technical issues. Well,
We're
I
gonna
mean,
keep rolling on.
I was jumping into my demiplane.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate intention of the fall there.
Don't worry, you shall have the chance to do so on your next turn.
That being said, I also wasn't flying when I hit the water. I'd be pretty deep since I'm made out of metal.
Yes, I agree. I had you previously on our session. You weren't flying at all. You were just way down there. And then I was like, well, I should put him up here so that we actually know where the hell he is.
Roger that.
That's
yes.
why I asked, how far down did you plummet? Are you on the surface or are you further?
Well, I would be just plummeting down, and I would be down as far as possible, and just to try to let myself be immersed in water. And I would be thinking about my special place.
I think I'm gonna say that you drop 30 feet per second in water.
Okay.
Just for the sake of where we are currently, that seems probably more than you actually would. I don't know how fast objects sink. I'm not a physicist. I don't know the answer to that. But all I know is that when I do a cannonball into a pool, it does take me some time to go down. Now I'm not made of metal. I'm made of water and air. So it's a big difference. How far does an Autognome fall down? I mean, you got oil in you, right?
Which
is more buoyant than water, so I don't know. Maybe it's similar to a person. You got these
30 feet sounds fine.
Physics forces. I'm just gonna put you at 30 feet per second.
Okay.
This ain't 3.5. I don't need to know exactly what the numbers are.
I got Storm Rack in the back. I can go and look it up if you need me to.
You know what? For my own curiosity, go right ahead. It won't change what I've said. We'll go with what I've said, but
I'll do it later.
But absolutely, do it later. I would love to know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Weaver Arcane, the first one, is going to just sort of slide his way on over to the edge of this doorway. And then when he pops his gigantic presence out the side, he seems somewhat curious, his 6 purple flamed eyes looking everywhere at once. And when it turns over to see Poe, it immediately seems quite alarmed. All of its legs sort of skitter backwards slightly, as though it's more afraid of you than you are of it. But that's probably not true, because it's like massive. This thing is like 3 times your size. It takes one look over the edge, peering over down at where Thaco's at, and seeing you deep down into the water, it is going to move backwards. It's going to run away, go right back into that place, and immediately you see a strange, like, purplish psychic energy that seems to make these almost invisible little threads along the doorway leading into where the Weaver Arcanes are at. Kyani, we go to you.
Okie dokie. Let's see. What do I want to do? Kyani is going to.
You find yourself in the same position that Poe was in.
Yeah.
Underneath the bridge. In the distance, you can hear the sound of the demon armies destroying and attacking the city, of people repelling them, as well as somewhere nearby the heavy clanking of metal as soldiers rush on in.
I think what Kyani's gonna do is run up to those 2 guard dudes, who pickpocketed poor Poe. Yeah.
You run up to the frog guy, who turns over to you and sort of goes, so what do you want, huh?
And Kyani's gonna go, wow, it's really crazy out there, isn't it? Anyway, I'm gonna go on ahead, if you don't mind me squeezing past real quick. Yeah.
Your
and she's
friend
going to.
Didn't have to say that, neither do you. You can go on to your death march if you want to fight the spider.
Well, I was just being polite.
Oh. Now I feel kind of bad.
Well, yeah, I thought I'm kind of new to this city. I thought I had to be polite to everybody, but I guess not.
You can see his little webbed hands come up towards his face. He slicks some poisonous slime down off of his brow. Just sort of goes, shoots his little tongue out and licks up some of the poison. And then he just sort of, almost like hairball, and the sounds. This little gunky slime spits out of his hand, and he says,
you can use this as a poison against your enemies. It should be good for you.
Oh, thank
I'm so
you.
sorry I made a bad first impression, but you can go through.
She's gonna reach out and pat him and be like, "That's okay." And as she does, I want to pickpocket here.
You're gonna pat him. You're gonna pat him.
Yes,
I need a Constitution saving throw. Because he's a grung, which means he's covered in grung poison.
Oh, thank you. Poison damage. Oh, fuck.
15.
Congratulations, you resist the grung poison. And now you can go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to try and pickpocket him.
Oh,
You may do so at disadvantage since you are right in front of him. He's looking at you. He's
What do
very
you
aware
mean?
of what you're doing. He's also, as you touch him, he's in the process of like looking at your hand going,
Why did you do that? I just told you this was poison.
it's quite literally watching you do this.
I'm a horrible listener. With disadvantage, it's a 16.
That is a 16. Unfortunately, as you try and reach out and take his stuff from him, he does watch you do it. You take your hand, you sneak it down into his bags. You know that he's got a little coin purse on him. What appear to be these little small grenades that are made of these shells and wrapped cloth around the edges. As well as he's got a couple daggers. What do you want to try and pickpocket? You know that he can see you.
He's gonna retract her hand, actually. Bonus action dash to turn and jump into the water.
Very well. You do so.
Good.
You leap into the water after Thaco. After an attempted sleight of hand goes wrong.
I tried. That's all for my turn. I think I'm done. Need a timeout.
We go to Ass Pierce, the Thrycreen, all the way into the back. And Ass Pierce, whose name you don't quite know yet, immediately makes some Thrycreen noises, which sound sort of like a... Anyone speak Thrycreen? Anybody a monk
No.
with your monk bullshit speaking tongue of sun and moon? Great. You know how many monks with tongue of sun and moon I have in my campaigns right now? I can't do any secret language bullshit. They all know. They all know everything I say and do. Anyway, he starts saying things and his Thrycreen units immediately sort of go... And they prepare actions. All of their archers, their bows. Thaco, we go back to you.
As I see my companion jumping into the water after me, I'm just going to kind of like look up and be like, "Why'd you do that?"
Which of course comes out as...
Below me, I open up a portal to my demi-plane.
It's probably something more like...
Oh no.
Yeah, something like that. Below me, I open up a portal to my demi-plane and hold it open for just a round, as I would let Kyani. Can I just let her through with me, since she's kind of technically falling at the same time?
I mean, you could easily just use your swimming speed to like go over to her and then grab her and pull her in.
Oh, well, then, yeah, definitely. I'll swim over to her, kind of just, like, take her by the hand, giving her no look at all, because I just have pretty much a visor going on for eyes. And then, romantically, I whisper into the water. And then I transport us to... my demi-plane.
Kyani, do you accept this very not romantic taking of a whole new world.
Kyani goes, but she's thinking, this date needs to end. This is too much.
All right, you plant you onto the new demi-plate, and Gurak, we go to you. Yeah, it's great to meet the new guy. Yeah, we're all gonna go off together. Hey, by the way, we're gone.
Yeah.
Poe's like, I'm gonna get those spiders. I'm gonna save Thaco.
Money talks gets pickpocketed.
Immediately.
Gurak saw that it was this big fella by the fire that pickpocket Qorbo.
Absolutely, you saw that.
All right, Gurak's gonna
Big
walk
guy to
over
big
to him.
guy.
Gurak's gonna walk over to him, real nice and calm, not menacing, but just
Yeah.
calm. And he's gonna reach into his bag.
You walk up to him and he says,
You got something you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, actually, I'd like to trade. Give me 1 second. He like turns and he takes out his coin purse and he puts it in his bag and he's gonna wrap it around his water skin and he's gonna pull it back out. I saw what you did there. I'm not a fool. I've been around a few people. How about a trade? And I'm gonna trade him the water skin in my wallet for the one he just stole.
how big does your coin purse look in comparison to the one that he has?
Maybe it's not as big, but I'm letting him just take mine.
He's going. Are you attempting to make a persuasion check? Okay,
Yeah.
by all means, roll persuasion before he just simply takes your money.
It's a 21.
21 is pretty good. It's pretty good. He looks down at your coin purse and looks back up at you and says,
I can tell you've already lost a lot today. I
I'll
don't know
have.
that I want to take anything more from you. What she got, or what he had was fine.
True,
jingles
but,
the coin purse.
but that's a visitor, and you don't know where they're from. You don't know the connections. Me, I'm nobody. I just live here.
Are you trying to persuade him that you're a better person to rob?
Yeah?
I will award you +1 inspiration for your noble attempt, Gurak. Which, just so
Hell
we're
yeah.
keeping track, Thaco 1, Kyani 1, Poe 1, Gurak 5. Partially earned from having your body stripped from you last session. The guy gives you like a matter of fact sort of a face. He takes out half of Poe's coins, the 1,000 gold, puts it back, the other 1,000 gold, and he hands you the 1,000 gold. And he says,
You know what? You're right. I'll give you this for that water skin and you can keep whatever's in your purse. And it'll just be between you and I. Just two lone adventurers in the street trying to make ends meet.
and he takes
know
your
what?
water skin.
I can respect that. And he's gonna take the other, what he's offering me in gold, and he's gonna give him a head nod and turn away and walk to Qorbo.
His base turns to green as he now regards you as an ally, and he tells you, name's Brogue.
Bro, I'll go rock. Oh, this day's just gotten better. I'll have my skin ripped from you, but I made a friend.
And you walk over to Poe. And when you walk over to Poe, the grung looks at you and says,
I'm poisonous. Don't touch me.
Oh, I wasn't going to touch you, but nice to meet you, Poisonous. And he's gonna, bye. Continue.
as you walk on by, the grung considers pickpocketing you. But he has already used his reaction, and thus he does not.
Thank goodness. And because we're allies, I'm gonna go on the other side of Qorbo. I don't trust the grug.
Poe, do you allow Gurak to move through your space?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Gurak.
he can turn.
What else would you like to do?
Gurak's gonna turn to Qorbo and be like, you dropped this. This all you get. You keep it on your person while you can notice it being relieved from your body. You know, it's just a rule of thumb here in the city.
I was so oblivious that he thinks he dropped it while he was doing like his how they stretch before they jump into water to swim. So he's like, "Oh, thank you so much. It's good to have friends, you know, looking out for me."
I award you 1 inspiration for not turning around using metagaming to go attack those people. Also, Gurak, you said you give it to him. So are you giving the coin pouch to Poe?
I'm giving the
Because
grand
he
1,000
didn't give you a
gold.
pouch. He gave you 1,000 gold. He kept the pouch.
Oh, well,
So
then
are you giving Poe your coin purse with now 1,000 gold extra in it?
Well, I didn't have gold beforehand, so yep, I'll hand it over.
All right, there we
It
go.
only makes sense, you know?
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Oh my god.
What else would you like to do? It's your turn.
I think I would like go to the edge to look down, but I'll probably end my turn there.
All right. Poe, we go to you! In the not combat.
Okay. Poe, he believes that jumping into water is the plan that they've all somehow made. He thinks his synergy is now gonna match with theirs.
Yeah.
Two of them have jumped in the water.
Totally.
So he's like, this was the plan, and he's gonna jump in.
You do a swan dive into the water, and it give you a good 15 feet to get there. As you dive into the water, do you grab your coin pouch this time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm not gonna take
it's just
it from
because
Just
I
out of
think
curiosity, since your excuse earlier was that you were diving and...
Yeah, I think while he's doing his stretches and Gurak hands him his money, he's like, where'd I drop the purse at? It's like, oh, I don't know. And he puts it into his actual bag. So it's kind of like loose change a little bit.
Sure! You swan dive into the water, and as you do so, there's a big, mighty, actually a small little one because you're a bird. And as the little bits of water out everywhere, you don't seem to see anyone deeper down inside of the canals underneath the bridge. Seems as though they're gone. You can just see a last bit of mist and silvery mist sort of throughout the water, as though, like, you know, mud usually does.
Yeah, I think he probably expects it like some kind of mud.
Listen, I'm just as lost as you. What happens here?
And then he's going to, I'm just putting it down to 1,000 gold. 1 second. There we go.
That's one way to lose gold.
Yeah. And then let's see. Bonus actions.
Bonus actions.
I think. Honestly, I think that's all he can really do right now.
Oh, there's a plethora that you can do, but there's little that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Let's check the map here. So he's in the water. Probably just gonna look around, like keep his eye towards where he sees the silver.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much all he can think of doing at this point.
We go to the Weaver Arcane, and they are going to skitter away and exit combat. And as they skitter away, combat is over. You may free roam, team. Go do whatever you want to do. The spiders are not going to continue engaging with you.
A moment later, you guys see Thako emerge next to
Whoa.
Gurak.
We're gonna get to you in just a second. We're gonna get you. We got stuff for you.
Okay.
Gurak and Poe, is there anything y'all want to do before I go to them?
Poe's just searching, like, it's a bit murky, the water, you know, the silt and things when they kick up from the ground. I expect the ground it can't be too deep, but I'll check this little pocket of silt stuff. Sparkly.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna quite find them. They goes pretty fast for someone with little feet. And, well, Kyani, well, I half the time see her. Or she's behind me. Or, hard to say, where they are at the moment. A body. And I'm gonna, like, turn to the guy. Turn to the guy next to me and, like, see, does he have a wallet?
He does have a coin purse.
I'll take it. That's seeing as how I just lost mine.
Sure, you do so. You pick up his coin purse, and inside of it, you find 117 gold.
Hey, I have more money than I started with. Yeah.
Where do you put your money? Is you've given your coin purse to Poe.
That's right. Don't have a coin purse, do I?
No.
The body doesn't have a coin purse, does it?
It does. You can take the
I'll
coin purse. That was a test.
I'll take his coin purse.
You do so.
Imagine I found gold, puts it in my my backpack.
Poe's gonna fly out of the waters. Oh wow, that's a really nice coin purse you got there. I seem to have lost mine, but I got this old raggedy one to put in my backpack.
Oh yeah, that's a good old
Just talking
reliable.
about literally yours.
Never failed.
It's like, well, at least it'll keep my money all in one place and keep it dry. Now, where did those spiders
And if
go?
you're lucky too, anyone who looks at your coin purse is gonna be like, oh, look at that raggedy thing. You can't have that much gold.
That's true.
It works
I
in
never
your
thought to
benefit.
disguise my coin purse.
Oh well, you're gonna learn a lot of things in this city. Evil voices in your head, devils that sign your chest, all kinds of stuff that happens here.
No worries, money will talk to anyone. He's gonna start walking back over to the guy who is now green. His name is Ass.
Brolg.
Drog.
As you go back towards the area, the grung sort of guards the way into the door and goes,
Sorry, I can't let you in.
Well, then I guess I'll just have to find another way. I'm sorry.
Don't fly around. I see those wings.
Oh, no worries.
The ants are gonna shoot at you if you try
absolutely
and fly
not.
in. Don't fly in.
You're gonna shoot me?
Oh,
No.
poisonous. That's not nice.
the grung points down the edge, further down the bridge to the archer ants, of which, with their 6 arms, each of them is using 2 bows. And so they've got a total of 6 bows trained on you guys right now. Well, actually, sorry, not 6. There's even more. What is that? 8, 9? There are 9 bows pointed in your direction.
Oh, I'm just going to. I will fly around, as you said.
No, I said don't fly. Don't fly.
Oh, sorry, poisonous.
No one
You got
tells a
something
bird
in your
not to fly.
you got something in your throat. Kind of hard to understand.
Poe's going
I'm a
to,
grog. I don't speak
gonna
as
go
good
this
as you. My mouth was made for tongues to leap out and catch things. Not to talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't see you often. I don't see your folk very often. And Gurak's gonna want to take out his the token that Deco was so kind to give, and he's gonna try to like test it on the wall or something. Try to get it where. Oh, he must have went somewhere else.
So you go to tap the coin onto the doorway, and as you do so, Thaco, correct me if I'm wrong, that is the activation.
Yes.
and the doorway right where the grung is at immediately, and the grung disappears into the doorway of silvery light.
Whoops.
Poe, you, as you begin to fly over, see a door of silvery light open up. The grung disappears, and the hobgoblins immediately grab their weapons. You can see a little pile of dung shit out the back of their bodies as they see the thing appear, and they have no idea what's going on. And they immediately prepare for battle. The ants immediately point all of their bows over there. Aspierce goes. Gurak, would you like to walk through? Poe, what do you want to do?
Gurak will,
Close? Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Gurak will call Poe. Hey, if you wanna quick travel, get out of here, you come with me.
Oh, quick travel. Absolutely. I'll just, excuse me. No.
And he'll just head toward the door.
And together you walk into the silvery portal of light. And team, I will now switch us boards. Please hold. Now's a great time to go, like, grab a drink or something.
Perfect. I need tea.
More tea.
Okay, that's all I got.
I liked it. It was a good little hum.
It was good.
I mean, realistically, I had like 4 more bars going on. You know, that I was switched up a little bit eventually, but you know, I'm just like, no, I can't do that.
Sure you can.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not that high.
That means you just haven't had enough yet.
Hey, I would
you
like
there.
for you, Donovan, to add a mini morph to my character. I just dropped it. It's zip 3 copy.
Zip 3 copy.
Yes.
Curious.
I gotta add a little grunt to the situation, you know, if I'm gonna be talking to one and trying to get his vote.
Oh gosh. Wish there was a search feature. It'd make things so much easier.
Why would they make things easy?
Zip 3 copy.
Hellfire, why would they do that?
There he is.
I was gonna eat.
It's against their model.
I'll be stripping you of your chicken. If you're okay with that.
What?
Oh, I'd still want to be able to turn into a chicken, though.
Oh, you know
That
what?
would
You had
be-
one more space available. So
How many mini forms do I even have on that guy? I need to look at him.
6. You have 6.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to probably just try to drop like a commoner or something like that, you know. This is a cameo.
Why is Poe? Why is Poe not a unique character? Do I need to go make Poe a unique character?
Good
Oh, no,
luck.
Did you delete Poe's mini?
Is
Or did you just
Kyani
turn it
not a
invisible?
unique character?
Is
Where's
Kyani? Ooh!
Kyani is.
Oh,
You know, Donovan,
okay.
I recently hit the limit because I was making unique copies of monsters just to throw out at a variety.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
like I ran out of space for player characters in the
Oh,
process. Yeah. So
Welcome to my world.
I have a separate monster board that I have, you know, just to like go and get the monsters from the other board, maybe put a copy on the map, and then whenever we're playing live, I import them over. Okay, sorry, we're probably getting ready to get back into it.
No, not yet. No,
Okay.
you're good.
But yeah, I found that's a pretty good solution for me.
Yeah, I used to have this beautiful welcome board with all the minis in the game. You're familiar with it.
I am.
And that I was great. It was wonderful. I kept updating it every time Tailspire would come out with new minis, and then I reached the cap of 600 minis per board, and I was like, well, I guess it ends here.
Oof. Wow.
The dream is over.
I wonder if they ever thought anyone would find out there was a cap.
Listen, there are so many stupid arbitrary caps in Tailspire that don't matter. Don't even get me started. I will rant about this. I have hit every single one of them. Every cap you can think of, I have gotten there. All right? And they're all arbitrary. It's not that the machine can't handle it. It's not that Tailspire's software can't handle it. It's just that they went... Yeah, I believe that 60 unique creatures. That is the full amount you can have. There no more. Only 60. That is.
So
like-
it's only 6. That's not a whole lot, really.
No, it fucking isn't.
Nah.
It's not a lot.
Good grief. Good grief, man.
What do you
Okay,
do when you
well,
have-
yeah, I've given you over 60 minis for
Yeah,
sure.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't realize you couldn't have them all on a single board. I'm probably going to hit that limit with my monster board and have to split them up.
Yep.
But right now I'm doing it with, like, I'm putting them in clusters, like, here's the Formians, here's the Demodans, here's the Glabrezu, and here's the Batetsu, and what have you. That's Devils and Demons. For those of you who are not, like, 2E hyper nerd like I am.
I was like, those names sound so cool.
I am so displeased.
Oh, Popcorn. You didn't see my
Yes.
message, but I put in a new model for Gurak.
Oh, sweet. What's it called? Is
Yeah.
it called Gurak?
Still Gurak. I wanted to be like skinned Gurak, but nah. Just
Fuck
keep it
yeah,
Gurak.
new mini for Gurak.
Yeah.
Oh, because we horribly scarred you.
Yeah.
Not
Fuck
mentally,
yeah.
but physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me grab that real quick.
I need to make a new one with my pirate clothes now, with my hat and my coat.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you already had the conversation with the Grandma?
No, not yet.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool. We're on the same
Yeah.
page. Same page here. Oh,
Still got to talk to my buddy.
Hey, look at that. I see why you made the new mini. That's pretty cool. Is that your new default?
Yep.
Okay. It
New
looks
default.
like it. All right, so really sad, but I have to go back and pick up Poe again.
Can we do Poe?
Listen, okay? I went onto the map, right?
Okay.
I made Poe a unique creature, or so I thought. But instead, I accidentally made the Grung a unique creature.
Listen, you do what you have
What
to
a
do.
dilemma.
Just put
Problems.
Poe as the polymorph on the Grunk.
No, it doesn't work that way. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't work that way.
Oh no.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Is that why I'm stuck on the waiting on GM screen?
That is why. Because if I'm on a different
He's
board,
gotta
you
summon
can't
us.
do shit. And that's just how that works. So, first and foremost, we have Thaco and Kyani who appear inside of the demi-plane, and you'll immediately notice as you arrive that this place is different than the last time you were here. You still see the frigid mountaintop, the blizzard raging off into the distance, and you can see this sprouting tree that has begun to grow out of the snowy outcropping. In the distance, you can see some of the ledges. You can hear it sort of cracking and falling off. Some stones sort of plummeting down into listless, limitless sky beyond, as some very minor remnants of the cathedral from before are present. And over yonder, Thaco, you can feel this big, massive sort of this huge, colossal structure that is the manifestation of your soul, the heart of the realm, lightning arcing out, gears and strange metallic pieces beginning to manifest across the stone and the snow, as well as the tree, as everything begins to build. But yet, this is easily maybe 1/4 the size of the previous realm that had been here before. It is vastly shrinking. However, your table is ready and as ever, and you see the book flip open. The quill leaps up over top of where you're at. and it prepares for you to announce and register yourself with the realm, as per your designs.
Thaco, King of Mechanus or Heir Apparent?
You
Autognome.
say this, and you. Oh, sorry. Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Scholar, Sage, and Mayoral Candidate. Vote
say
for
this-
Thaco.
You say this whole line, and the book flashes golden with light, and it writes the entirety of that message. Thaco, King of Mechanus, Heir Apparent, Scholar, Mayoral Candidate, vote for Thaco. It all appears on the book.
I nod, self-satisfied, and look to Kyani expectantly.
She leans
Check it out.
forward and she goes, Kyani.
You do so. The golden light flashes up. Kyani gets written down into the book, just as before.
Thank you
Well,
for
it's
signing in.
Yes. Well, I did try and save you back there, but I forgot you're very good at getting out of a tough spot. But I definitely jumped in that water to save you.
Oh, well, thanks. I mean, shucks, I'm okay. Are you okay? Are you injured right now? Do you need any magical healing of any sort?
I mean, I could go for like a quick nap or two, like maybe.
Well, I'm currently working on your estate, but I probably need to like make a couple of pacts with powerful extraplanar entities before I'm able to really like build you a proper house. That's on the agenda though. I just need like an hour to visualize the Infinity Ape and try to center with myself, and maybe I will become what I am.
Okay, well, that's cool. I'm used to like sleeping outside, so like this is actually as long as like nobody comes to like shoot me or stab me in my sleep, this is pretty nice.
Oh,
It's
thanks.
as you say this is pretty nice that there is an additional flash. A silvery door appears, and a grung pops out directly adjacent to Kyani. He looks around, raising his javelin, sort of looking off, going, what is this? The muscle man, the muscle man, the muscle man.
You're okay. Hi. I'm Thaco. Welcome to my demi-plane.
The muscle man did it.
The muscle man?
The muscle man.
Well, are you talking about like an orcish fella?
Yeah. The
Horribly
muscle man
scarred
did
and
this.
maimed?
Yeah. Looks
Oh.
like someone really gave him a cut off the top.
Did he look like he was doing okay?
No.
Oh
No.
boy.
I honestly think he could use a day at the spa and the barber. He looks really ugly.
A spa or a
Yeah.
barber? Oh,
Look at
man.
me.
Those
Now
are
me,
those are
I'm
excellent
beautiful.
suggestions.
Look at my lovely skin and just how slick I look with all the poisons. Well, he looks completely dry. And
I walk over
barren.
to him
I
and
don't think any grime can grow on his body.
I walk over to him and give him a hug. You don't look
Oh,
so slimy to
no.
me, Fred.
Don't do. Okay, here we go.
All right, listen
What?
here. Listen here, Autognome. You using your privileged race. You make me a Constitution saving throw, or you're gonna take the full wrath of his poison damage.
Well, I mean, how? I'm a robot.
I know.
I'll do it anyway. I don't have a great con score, but you know, like I guess the effort, right? Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, that's a check. Sorry. So it would technically be 9 plus 6. So
Well, you don't
15.
take any poison damage, all right? The grung poison doesn't enter any of your pores, but damn does it get you slimy and gross. You're covered
Oh,
in
wow.
grung poison as you give him a hug.
Oh, this is gonna be great for like oil in the joints. I already feel looser. This is cool.
At first, the hug that you give the person is not really returned, and you feel like the warm, sticky exterior of the grung just sort of like molding the goo into all of your little slots in your mechanical body, and then he like tries to step back and warn you, no, 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 no. And then you just sort of you say that it's nice, and he's like, wait. I can feel this. You're gonna be okay. And he just really, really sticks into it, and like you can feel a very strong pull as the grung gives you a big, big hug and like goes, I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's okay. You can go ahead and pick me up there, buddy. It's fine.
He does and he lifts you up into the air. And his eyes are big and wide, these big yellow lambent amphibian eyes, as he excitedly swishes you, takes you over towards the snow mound, and begins to swing and swirl through the snow, dancing as the snow just sort of goes as he frolics with you.
I dance along with him, and then kind of like let go and spin off in the air like a snowflake, just sort of drifting and dancing around him in a circle.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and register here, buddy. The book is over there, but you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. It's gonna be safe here. It's gonna be great. Welcome home.
All about the procedure. Gotta ruin a nice, pretty moment. The grung seems confused, but goes over towards the table, looks at Kyani and says, register?
Oh, yes, just speaking to the magical book, and then you will be registered. But give it your name, and whatever you say, it will write. So if you want to, like, give yourself a cool nickname, you can.
What do you think would be a cool name?
What's your actual name?
He looks down at the snow and down at the feet, and then like slyly looks over at the book adjacent to you and says,
if I say it, then it is gonna record it. I don't want it to record, I want it to record a cool name.
Alright, well, let's take a couple steps over here.
What's like a cool sounding name for you?
Okay, what's your actual name?
You move over over to the side of the cliff to go talk to the grung, and right as he's about to tell you his name, that is when Poe and Gurak, you both flash into the area just right in time with his new cool, super awesome, badass flaming sword Gurak model. Hoorah!
Yeah.
And a damaged chest. You're just in time to hear this guy say that he's Kilios. And he goes,
Kilios?
Kilios kills yas.
What?
Yeah, that could be your name. Kilios kills yas. It's real assassin-y like and stuff, right?
I'm not an assassin, though. I'm more good for taking people's stuffs and using my sticky fingers. And I'm good at getting into places I'm not supposed to be. That's my skill set. I don't kill people. That's not the other guys. Those are the ants.
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be here also, so, but it's great. It's great that you are. So what's like a cool name for you?
I look over to Gurak and Poe.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get him to register. Just a moment. I'll be with you shortly.
And then I look over to the grung.
So, how about like Fred the Lady Killer.
My name's not Fred.
Oh, I thought you were trying to think of a cool name to register for.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be a title.
Maybe
Oh,
like
yeah.
maybe like Kilios, the sticky finger guy. I have like one name. I don't even have a last name. I don't know.
I don't have a last name either.
Oh my goodness, we could bond over this.
Yeah, because
Maybe you guys can like
I'm-
come up with a cool mutual surname. And then I look to the book, and then I look to him. So, can you register?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just wanted to register with a cooler name than Kilios. But there's not a cool name. Nothing
Kilios,
bad's gonna happen if I don't register, right?
the amazing thief. Well, no, I mean, if you want to be like a partial owner of the Demi plate and have your own branch on the tree, from whence it grows behind us, eventually, you'll have to register. But I mean, if you want to just stay as a guest for now, as long as you're not harming anyone, you're gonna do fine.
Well, how much do I have to pay in taxes for this house in here? What's the tax rate on the settlement? I can't afford anything too luxurious. What are the expected maintenances I have to do every month? Do I have to mow the lawn? Do I have to trim my portion of the tree? Because I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do any labor, mind you.
Well,
I live in
given
a
the
gutter
fact that
for
this
a
is
reason.
this is a shared magical demi-plane experiment, friend. Given the fact that you don't want to have to trim the branches on your tree, you could just not make them grow. Once you have a big enough space of your own, you'll have your own space for a house. The rules will function sort of as you like, except for a few absolutes like time and other things that need to keep on going. The outside world will progress normally, and if you want to go home, you can just jump off. But hey, I like to think of this place as home, and you can too.
You're saying I can have anything I want here?
You get your own branch. Don't harm anybody. Of course, if you steal something from somebody, that would indirectly do them harm. So that would get you out of here too. Okay? We don't hurt each other.
But what if I'm... But...
Here's a coin. I hand him a coin with Thaco's mark stamped on it.
You hand him the coin, and it sticks directly to his palm. He does not close his palm. It just sticks there right at the center. And he looks
Look,
at it.
great shot. Right there. Right in
then
the
he
palm.
raises his
You
other
guys see
hand.
that? Anyway, that coin will get you in. As long as you're holding on to it, if you're running away from something, picking pockets and what have you, you could probably stash your stuff here once you've kind of thought up a chest, You've just got to register the book first.
Right, but you said that I could be anything that I want?
You could be anything you want to here, yeah.
I could make a big slime pit and jump into it from the trees?
Oh, heck yeah. We could, have a small, to medium-sized slime pit. It really depends on your force of will and the mutual forces of deific power that fuel the god machine that runs all of us.
He looks over to Kyani, gets really close, and says,
This guy's crazy. He thinks this tree's gonna become a slime pit.
Yes, sometimes I contemplate jumping off the cliff to see if I'm actually alive or if this is just some weird playing out thing that is happening, but yeah, no, this is actually, so far as I can tell, real life. Punches still hurt, so I assume. Not dreaming.
he looks away from you and back over to Thaco, and says,
So no one's allowed to be in pain here, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's correct.
Hey, he's speaking Kilios. Yeah, so what I was wondering is, what if I just really, really want, the Muscle Man's sword, and then I'm just really in pain not having the sword. Doesn't that mean that I should have the sword?
Well, that's kind of like a superficial thing, right? You know, since you're ultimately trying to take somebody's stuff, that goes against the sort of natural order of things. It wouldn't naturally be yours, unless you stole it proper. So if you really want to get your hands on it, don't try it here. Just wait until you're both off the demi-plane. It's easy.
Oh, so all Kilios has to do is steal things outside and then come here and I get to keep it.
Well, you can bring all your stuff here, but if it's somebody else's that belongs here, then they can also find their stuff, and it'll still be theirs.
But you just said that if I take his sword back in Revituan, then I bring it here, then I get it.
Well, not if he lives here. That's the catcher, right? You know, if you're
Muscle
living
Man, you
here,
wanna
you
live
don't do
here?
any harm
You
to
wanna live
anybody
here,
else.
Muscle Man? This
But
place sucks. It's really cold.
But I already do.
He, Kilios gets closer to Thako. I'm going to give him the green base as you made friends with Kilios. Kilios gets really close to you and says,
How do I get someone evicted?
See,
Is there
I'd put all your fanciest stuff on display. That way, if somebody else tries to take it from you, then they get the boot.
Oh.
It's all about showing off your ostentatious wealth to the utmost. I guess things work a little differently here, right? Look, here's a simple ground rule for you. Don't try to do any harm or steal anything from anybody that's a part of this demi-plane. If they're in the book, from them you do not took. Got it? Hello?
Okay, but maybe you should form a group who live here who could determine rules for everyone that lives in the neighborhood. And then we can all agree. We call ourselves the Treeberhood Watch Society. Yeah. And then we can make the new rules. So if Grungs want swords, then maybe they can take the swords.
That's a great suggestion, but I'm afraid there's only room for one king. I may, in fact, gather and assemble a small council, and for your wondrous suggestion, I could make you my ambassador. If you would be behooven to accept such an honor throughout your busy day.
he immediately walks over to the table and then says,
I'm Kilios, ambassador to the Treeberhood.
and the book flashes, and Kilios, ambassador of Treeberhood, has gained recognition by the demi-plane.
Welcome to Treeberhood.
That's a great name.
Yeah, I didn't originally call it that. I had like some sort of like homey place, warm fire. I don't know, something. But there's like a big tree, so Treeberhood, huh? That's great.
Yeah. And so
Okay.
I'll just take the coin, and how do I get here again? I leave by jumping off, but how do I get back inside?
You just toss the coin into a doorway. and then grab it as you walk through.
Oh. Hey, Muscle Man. You did
Hello.
that.
Here,
You did that.
I did that. Yeah, I'm so glad you're okay. I thought you were just like, I don't know what happened to you. I thought you just and you stopped existing. But I see you're safe, and I'm relieved. That's so much pressure off my chest.
I run up to Gurak and give him a big hug.
Oh,
thank you.
nice. Hey, Gurak.
And I cast Cure
Ah.
Wounds on his abdomen as I give him a hug. First
He's
level.
been hugging everybody. I don't get it.
Oh, thanks, Deco. Oh, God,
Look, I'm just
Johnny.
really grateful that we're all alive, okay? I mean, I'm glad you guys made it here.
I look to Poe.
Hi, I'm Thaco.
As I cure Gurak for 7
Gurak,
points
you
of
feel an
damage.
immense stinging sensation as he slams into you. The bandages get that push on him, and then the grung poison he's slathered in takes a hold. Roll me a Constitution saving
Yeah.
throw. Oh my God! It's a critical failure.
I could use an inspiration,
You could,
but
you have 5.
I really like 5, so I'm gonna take this loss.
Okay, would you like personal or group pain?
Personal.
All right. The grung poison you're slathered in evolves as it hits your hellfire coated stomach. And you take just a very cool 5 poison damage.
Oh, cool.
But you're healed by 7 as Thaco
Yeah.
came prepared. And while the conversation is ongoing, I'm going to pull up what your grung poison evolves into.
I press to digitate us both free of the poison after this all takes
Good
effect.
call. Good call.
Wow, Deco,
Anyway,
you're
you
like
would say to
really,
Poe-
So,
you're really huggable today.
Sorry about that. Look, I did just see somebody rip a giant strip of flesh off of your gut there, and I had to help him do it. So, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're okay.
It's nothing I can't recover from. I'm sure the skin will grow back.
Well, look, I feel really bad. So, look, I have an idea. Why don't you go ahead and register here? Welcome to the Treeberhood.
He leans into the book. Gurak. Vaka, the strongest and the greatest.
For a second there, I thought you forgot, but you remembered.
So close.
You say it, and the golden light flashes once again, recognizing you.
I look to Poe.
Honorable Aarakocra, it's an honor to have such a majestic individual in my presence. Also, I'm glad to see you're safe from those demons. I think they were demons. They smelled like demons. At least that's what my olfactory sensors tell me. I can't really smell anything.
I'm glad to see you're safe from the sure danger that you ran head on into. And that we're
You
all
know,
safe from that.
I am also glad. I get pretty worked up sometimes, and I was just kind of in the moment, and I was like, blasting fucking giant bugs and shit, and then I saw some more, and I thought, hey, there's more demons, they're attacking innocent people. Oh goodness, they're probably attacking innocent people right now. Okay, so a couple of short notes. One, I triggered the planar incursion. Two, you're on my old personal demi-plane because I took it over from the Lord of the Holidays or something. And you need to register the book, and then it'll become part yours. That's the way it works here. Welcome to the Treeberhood. And 3, it's really nice to meet you. You should vote for me. I'm running for mayor.
Very nice. So this is your demi-plane, isn't it?
No. The tree brotherhood has a council, and the council rules over what happens in the tree. Our first order of business is to build.
No, I'm afraid I'm the king of the demi-plane. I've already appointed you ambassador, buddy, but you're not the person who delegates whether or not there is a council. I sort of set the rules here.
But
Look,
you said there was a council.
yeah, I said we'll establish one, but we've got to talk it out. We've got to get a few more members, have a few houses, going on, and then we start worrying about things like that. For now, why don't you tell your friends about this place?
There is not a council, but we are currently pending on building a council. If you'd like to have a seat on the council, please apply with the book. And then somebody will come around to tell you about whether or not you can be part of the council.
I'm afraid that's really not how that works. But, you know, um, I guess you could have your own little council once you have a bough of the tree built for yourself. Then you can set the rules there as you wish. However, in a general demi-plane sense, I am the sole ruler of the demi-plane, and you are my honored subject/guest. So it's great to have you. Welcome to your new kingdom.
When you say that you're the established ruler of the place, and like you are my subject, you see the Grung's eyes, sort of like little mini fires ignite at the very core, and he just does this sort of very, very low, almost imperceptible
Bourgeoisie.
Look, it's more like a casual thing, really. I mean, we have to establish sort of a hierarchy here because this is, in fact, my demi-plane. Therefore, I'm sharing a portion of my soul to allow you to exist here safely, come here to stash your stuff and belongings and everything else. So, all this stuff about a council and everything else, look, I will put that on the table for consideration. Our first meeting is in 6 days. So, you can establish your agenda there, and we'll give you an opportunity to speak.
he does feel represented in this moment, and will pull back his burning need that has been stirred within him by being here on this plane to rail against economic systems of power and other forms of control that have been forced upon him.
Honored Ambassador, you are going to be allotted 38 minutes. I'm trying to give you plenty of time on the floor, and it is going to be item number 1 on our agenda is to hear some of your ideas. So maybe you could put together a little presentation or something, and whenever we have an opportunity, we'll evaluate your needs thoroughly. I can assure you.
This is a strange blend of break the system and also bureaucracy. A very bureaucratic way of tearing down structures of power you have here. The Grung seems overall confused, but we'll take this time to go over towards the tree. And
I
put a
looked at
hand.
Gurak.
Welcome home, Gurak. Look, also, Poe.
Did I hear her name, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, she introduced herself. Right?
Okay.
Right? You introduced yourself when you were back. Everyone staring around the dead body. If not, you may introduce yourself now. But I think you did.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was recalling correctly for
You were
lore
there for
purposes,
about
not
2 or
time
3
traveling.
sentences, and then you
Yeah.
sprinted off.
Yeah, that's how it went.
So, listen, Poe, was that your name? If
Yes.
you are in need of a safe place to go, you're welcome to sign up here too. I'm trying my best not to discriminate. Heavy weighs the crown on my shoulders and what have you.
Why would anybody wear a crown on their shoulders? And I just sort of wander off.
So, this is the book of
Yeah.
registration?
Yeah. What you say gets written down. I'm Gurak the greatest and strongest, and so the book is written that down.
Thank you very much for the invitation into your plane of existence with strong and mighty Gurak.
Yeah.
Also, Kyani, brave warrior.
No, it's just Kyani. But I am pretty
Sorry,
brave.
Kyani.
Well, I wasn't that brave when I ran off and jumped into that. Never mind. Yes, I'm very brave.
She's very brave.
You guys are very coordinated. I noticed how you all act together without even speaking. It's amazing.
It's less coordinated and more like we just kind of scream and flail and hope for the best, and then nobody's died yet, so it's going great.
I understand. Organized chaos. It's very important to distract the enemy. I'll sign my name in this book. Treeberhood is the name of this place.
It is now.
Right. Well, Qorbo, newly appointed resident of Treeberhood.
You say that, Qorbo, newly appointed resident of Treeberhood, and all of that, this whole sentence, flashes into the book, and you are registered.
Thanks for registering.
Of course. I would like to just take a look at the tree as well. He's like sneaking up on this guy with the vial from his poisoner's kit. And he's like just sneaking up. And he
Go give me a
pretends
stealth
to
check.
tap him on the shoulder, but he's like scooping poison. With
Give
the
me a
vial.
stealth check as you try and steal his poison from him.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will succeed.
Nice.
You softly pitter-patter through the snow. Barely audible as you get up there. Put a little vial below where he's sort of sweating the poison, and you just swipe some of it into the vial while he's touching the tree. Doesn't even notice.
He does it like a tap on the shoulder motion. He's like, excuse me.
So you're tapping his shoulder, huh?
Yeah, he's like tapping his shoulder.
Make me a
like,
Constitution saving
no,
throw.
with the vial. Like that's how he collects the poison. He's like tapping it on his shoulder. He's like, excuse me.
Okay. I see
Oh
you.
my goodness.
I
And
see you.
puts it in his pocket.
Grungs are fun. The grung turns around and goes, hello?
Hi. We may have been enemies in another plane. But well, you blocked my path.
Yeah, I'm a guard.
And that's all it takes to
You're pissed off at me for blocking my home?
it's
Where the hell do
important to
you
me
come
that
from?
I get to the other side of you.
What, where you
No,
come
no.
from, people get upset whenever you try and enter their house?
That's right, they do.
Wait a minute,
But
did I say
also where I
that
come
wrong?
from, we have no bars to where we need to go. So
You have no private places?
none whatsoever.
Where
If
do you
it's
make
accessible, then
poopy
it's
and whoopee?
accessed. All I'm saying is, as a new friendly neighbor,
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to say, if possible, that we could let bygones be bygones and start fresh.
No, I'm gonna set down ground rules. In my branch of the Treeberhood, you can't just walk in. You have
I'm
to
standing
have
in
an
your branch of the
appointment.
Treeberhood as we speak.
No,
I think we're
don't.
gonna be sharing certain close quarters while we're here.
No,
So I just wanted to
the
extend
Treeberhood is
cordial.
different. There's gonna be one of these branches is gonna be yours, and some of these branches will be mine. And I'm not gonna cut any of them. I'm not gonna have them grow at all. And I don't know what your branches are gonna be like, but mine's gonna have doors. And you can't just walk in those doors without an appointment. Because I might
Branch
be
is a
making
branch.
poopy or I might be making whoopee in there, and I don't want you to come inside while I'm doing private things. So, we can start over, but we need to set some ground rules. This ain't just the
Private entry
wild
is-
mountains. You can't just climb them all you want.
I
Do you
think.
understand?
No, I barely understood. But I want to let you know that branches are branches, and though they are all a part of the same tree, creatures such as myself tend to make nests out of many, many branches. So I would hate to not recognize yours and accidentally snap it off and make it one of mine. So
Are
I
you
would
threatening?
appreciate to visit frequently to get to
Are
know
you
you.
threatening him, Master Jedi? Is that an intimidation check? Go for it. What do you want out of this intimidation, out of curiosity? The free reign to enter and do as you please?
Poe wants to be able to visit. He wants to put aside, quote unquote. He's just basically trying to intimidate him to speak to Poe when Poe speaks to him. If that makes sense. Like if Poe comes over, he's welcome.
Yeah.
And it is 15.
You do an intimidation check that you're gonna break his branches if you don't do something. He stands somewhat self-assuredly, sort of leans on his javelin, and like leans up against the tree. The like grung poison enters into the backside as he goes.
You would like it if it worked that way, but you can't do harm to anyone in here. So,
He looks at the nails he doesn't have.
sorry there, sucker. Looks like you're gonna be lost on your small branches below mine. And when you try to break my branches, maybe just a little bit of my poopy's gonna run down into yours. Should have made your homes in the taller branches now, shouldn't you have? Didn't think of that one, did you? But poop falls down.
It's absolutely expected from any flashes of bile as he turns away from a frog's eye point of view.
We're gonna make sure that he has a branch that's far away from everybody else. I promise you guys. Oh, hi, Poe.
So, when are we gonna start making our nests, so to speak, in tree roots?
Well, I'm trying to figure out a way to sort of like subsume all of our wills, into the Debbie Plague collectively. But in order to do that, I've got to have a conversation with a recently met acquaintance of mine. Similar to Jenny to you, I'm totally sure. Play a board game with him every night. Guys, I think I gotta go talk to the Groundhog about what to do here.
Oh, maybe he'd like to live here too.
Exactly.
Ah.
And he can make the branches grow really big. I mean, he is a tree. Maybe he could, like, sort of, become a part of the tree or something. I don't know. I think I'd have to let him in, but it's okay. I mean, he's been to some cold places, but I've got some warm ones he can go to. So, it'll be fine.
Fascinating.
It's really not that cold.
Yeah, I tried to increase the ambient level of temperature, since it was really cold when the last time we were here, in that dream that I had that Gurak got the sword somehow from. But anyway,
There does appear to be far more sunshine and far less blizzards. It does seem to be warming up.
I'm gonna will you guys your branches as soon as I can. We're gonna figure some stuff out. But I gotta go talk to a bigger tree person than me. Would you all like to accompany me?
I would like to go back to house because I was trying to make soup before we, had to deal with the whole Wookiees, who are still invading, but I'm just gonna pretend it's not happening and really try and nail down this recipe. But yes, I will go back.
That's gonna be a really hot pot whenever you get back to the stove there, and I'm sure all the soup's probably boiled away by now. But that's okay. We can always make some more soup. There's plenty of stuff that you meatbags like to eat in Garats. Shall we?
Gurak's like looking around. Is this soup or is this code word for danger? I'm confused.
I'm so sorry. A stew. I meant stew.
Oh, okay. I like stew. Cool.
Yeah, maybe you can taste try for me. How's your constitution overall when it comes to eating things?
I'm good with eating things, just not good with things coming to rip my skin off.
Okay, cool. You might get food poisoning, like 50-50 shot, but yeah, you can be my taste tester.
Yay?
Beetles, worms, other shit like that.
Can we go back
be
to
delicious.
Can we go back to the house from here, or do we go back where we came here?
Oh yeah, we could just like jump off, I think, and I don't really know where we'll pop back out. So I'm gonna think about the house really hard.
And I pick up the book and, just comedically, sort of like cartwheel off the side and try to will myself back to a place I'm quite familiar with, which would be Garot's Karats.
You cartwheel off the side of the mountain cliff, and poof! He seemingly falls infinitely into silvery mist and then is gone.
Oh no, he's dead! I'm just kidding.
You was all a farce.
Is it safe to leave the frog? I mean,
What?
the frog.
Well,
Does it really feel like our problem?
He can't really do anything. He kind of needs the king of the demiplane here, and the king just left. So it's just up to him to leave.
So, what happens when we leave? Because I saw him touch that tree and spread poison onto it. I don't want us to come back and this place no longer be safe or taken over by.
That's gonna be Deko's problem.
Yeah, it sounds like a Thako problem, really.
Really, and Gurak's gonna like, bye to the frog, and he's just gonna run off the edge too to see where it takes me.
All right, you go ahead and you leap
gonna
on off
frog
the
in.
edge of the mountain, and you disappear in the silvery mist as well. The frog waves his hand to you, still having that coin just suctioned onto the palm of his hand. And then there were two.
And tuck his wings, try not to fly, and jump off.
You do the same, flapping off to wherever you will go. And Kyani?
Kyani runs off, holds her hat so it doesn't fly off, and jumps off.
Very well. You're damn sure to keep all that piratey stuff that you got before. All right, team. Now is and we're about halfway through. Now is a great time as well to take a break as we're moving from one board to the next. This time, I'm also going to take a slight R&R, and so what do you think? Come back at like 12?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, DM.
Hey, player, what's up?
Do we level up?
You will level up, yes. So you may level up right now if you would like, or you can
That's what
wait
I'm trying
until
to-
next time.
Just downtime in it,
Yup.
Okay. All right. No problem.
I'm staying same level.
That's right, you stay, because I put you a level above.
Stay.
Don't let anyone know, though. Welcome back, team. We find ourselves, as everyone that has jumped off of the cliff finds themselves in the last place that they had slept. We've got Kyani inside of one room, Gurak inside of the other one, as they are deep down inside of the base of what used to be a warehouse area, but has now been converted into living quarters. Previously, Garot's Karots. And in the upper floor, we've got the Autognome, Thako, inside of what appears to be devastation. The cloaked members are all dead, their blood scattered about the wooden floorboards. Several demons have blown into the side of the roof-bound structure. The Graumach, safely behind its trap, seems as though the chains have cracked and broken. The threads of the rope have torn down into just bare spindles holding this thing together as the whole thing is snapping and breaking. Necrotic energy is leeching its way out of the prison, and everyone inside of the room can immediately feel the energy sucking out of their bodies. You can see it wafting up arcane from the bodies of the cloaked and the demons as the Graumach basically pulls a Kirby, sucking it all into his body. There's one singular cloaked member left, the leader, that holds on to that greatsword sticking into the corner of the room. He holds the sword up between him and the Graumach, and you can see a strange abjurative barrier between him, the corner of the room, and the Graumach, where he is, these strange abyssal lightning type things are striking out from the Graumach and sticking or seeping away the energy out of these people. Thaco, you come back into the room in medias res as the battle is going on. You can hear the demonic entities, the wings and the fireballs being plummeting outside into the streets of Revetiran. Clearly the rooftop was not safe from these deadly flying demonic entities. What are you gonna do?
I look to the Graumach.
Hey, are you okay?
You look up, ask if he's okay, and the cloaked behind you, says, like, struggles. He's the first one to speak through gritted breath and says, "What do you mean? Is it okay? What
Hey, stop with the feeding for a second. Stop with the feeding. We gotta talk to this one."
The Graumach, you can see the very pieces of its prison continuing to snap and break away. One of those rope-bound chains, and additionally snap, twing. And the Graumach says to you in his low, deep voice,
No, he wanted to kill me. He wanted to destroy, but it is I that will destroy him now.
How about we just...
is being broken, and I will be released.
and as he says that, another bolt of arcane lightning flashes out from the Graumach and hits everyone inside of the room. I actually need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as a huge sphere of energy seems to move out of the trapped Graumach's body and hits everything within 30 feet. Oh, Jesse here. Where have we seen this before, am I right?
Right. Totally not like just last week.
Dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yes, sir.
Natural 20.
Oh, natural 20, incredible. Would you like personal or group success? You fantastic Autognome, you.
Group success, please.
Okay, as you resist the effects, the bolt strikes into you. Some strange portion of the Sile magic seems to override what's going on here, the deals that you've struck with the creature before, and the whole energy field just sort of collapses deep inside of his body. And he goes,
What have you done?
Well, look, we've got packs. You don't want to just take me out, okay? And plus, I didn't, ask you not to harm these people. Sorry about that, but could we just not harm them anymore? I mean, you seem pretty sated right now.
go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Roll
Alrighty.
that dice.
17.
A 17 is pretty dang good enough for you. And although the lovely, cheery theme of home sort of fade into something a little bit more spooky, scary, and full of wonderment. The Graumach puts its necrotic energies from its hands down, folding them back into the ever-weaving network of plant-like root things, the tendrils of branches that tumble down from where the trunk of a head is at, and says,
For you, who would bring me back home, I will relent. But when you are gone, and he remains, his soul shall I take.
Well, regarding home, I think I found one for you and me.
the Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. Sorry, you can continue on. Couldn't help it.
If you would be interested in working with me a little further and maybe extending our game.
Speak. You
Well?
have only brought me vague riddles. What is
I can be
it?
direct.
Speak plainly.
Okay, hold on. I get out the book. Okay, so I just need you to, register, and then, you can have, your very own space on our shared demiplane. You can become a citizen, and, you have
What are you
rights.
saying to this man? This thing? This entity? You're going to give it a home? It's nearly broken free of its chamber. Its prison. The chains are coming off of it as we speak. He murdered all these demons and all of my friends.
You know why he's tied up? He's got every right to be pretty
he is a
flippin' mad. No, man. Listen, this guy is, all the Carotes. They've been cut off of him. Look at all the little scars and stuff. Like, we made him like this. It's not fair that we just treat him this way and blame him for what he is. He could be something better. So could you.
Do you seriously, honestly think that a creature's nature, an immortal creature's nature, is just simply going to change overnight? That's not how it works at all. They are born into a copy, a mold. They're all the same. All those creatures from the planar entity. An angel acts always for light and good and true intentions, yes? So it is.
What?
And the demons,
I'm confused.
They are wholly evil, always. So it is, yes? So then this entity, this thing, that energy you felt it sapping away at you, that bolt, that wasn't good, my friend. That was evil. Do not do this evil favors.
It's pain. It's not evil. Look, this creature is only putting forth these energies because it suffered in some way. Now it relishes in the suffering of others, but there are some rules to follow in the home that I would like to offer it. Look, if you want to come back with us and you want a safe place to stay, a place where your roots can grow deep and your branches can extend wide, join them with my own. Purify your soul. Together, we could grow into something beautiful.
Are you saying you will get me free from this irksome confinement sooner than going home to the Sealay realm? You have a new method that will get me out of this place.
He sort of
Heck yeah.
spits the words as he looks out. Oh, you just, heck yeah, that's it?
Yep.
Usually there's like such a long, flowery speech that's accompanying, but heck yeah! By all means, go ahead and give me a persuasion check. You may do so with advantage since this is an idea that he kind of likes, but he wants to maybe know more about. While that's happening, Thako and Kyani, what are y'all doing over in your rooms?
You mean Gurak and Kyani?
That is what I said. What did I say? Did I say Thako? Damn it.
You said Thako.
Yeah.
I was like,
Sorry.
oh, Gurak's just laid in bed, I guess. It's okay.
Okay, you go sleepy nights in bed. All right, sleepy nights you go. Kyani?
Kyani's gonna go practice making stew.
Very
She's
well.
like, everything's fine, right?
Ah.
Very well. You go back into the alchemy room and begin attempting to make stew. When you return, you'll see that the gigantic bowl that you had made before still sits there on the table awaiting you. However, I must now go back to Mr. Thako here, Lucky McLucky Pants, with his critical success, nat 20 on the persuasion check. My friend, would you like personal or group success?
I'm gonna take a personal on this one.
All right. Would you like long-term or immediate success?
Long term.
Good answer. Good answer. As you offer out this deal to the sea lake creature, this is not your first time. This is your third time making a deal with the sea lake creatures. And at this juncture, you've become adept at navigating the precarious, narrow passages that would be their deal-making process. You become aware that when you are making deals with sea lake creatures, you become aware of all the hidden little finer details that they are trying to keep concealed with you, and or whatever possible nefarious bad stuff that you'll encounter by making the deals with them before you make the deal. You can then change or alter the deal in order to try and get some new effect if you prefer.
Okay.
In this moment, the Graumach does seem quite interested in what you're selling, and he says,
So, you will take me to this place, and there I will be free. Our roots will join. But what do you get out of this deal? Surely you are not being so selfless.
I get a friend to always play games with. I mean, I'm sort of benefiting the most if you really think about it.
the man behind you once again speaks up and says, "Stop it. You can't do this."
Would you like to come too?
You turn around and ask the guy if he wants to come, and you can see he has like careful consideration behind his eyes. The very first second you ask, they sort of explode open with fury, and then he controls his anger, sort of like swings the sword, puts it back onto his back, and he seems to be sort of like consideration. He looks up with malice in his eyes at the Graumach and says, "That guy, he's gonna go to this place. You're gonna take me there too. So what, is he gonna be trapped? Is he gonna be powerless to harm me like he is now?"
Well, yeah, nobody can harm anybody there. That's the number one rule of the place, is if you intend somebody direct harm or try to cause it, you're automatically ejected from the plane until further notice. Your name lights up in the book, and then I, maybe send you a sending or figure out where you are and what's going on with you. And then we talk about the situation and we resolve it. And possibly you come back. Maybe you're not welcome back. Same applies to him.
I would see this with my own eyes before you send that thing there.
Sure, I could give you a guest coin. I'll flip him a coin. Just, cast it out onto that wall. Step on through. I'm gonna work on freeing my friend here first. It might take some moments to, undo the ward safely to let him go. So, go ahead and check the place out.
He goes back towards the window, taps it onto the window, looks back at you as though this is stupid, it's not gonna work. But as soon as he taps on the window, the silvery barrier lights up. He looks out at the thing, looks back to you, and in that instant, he realizes that what you're saying is true. You know, he doesn't actually need to go in there. The fact that the coin works at all is tell enough. And he instead places the coin back in his pockets and does not stride through the barrier. And the silvery doorway remains open as he does not walk through.
Yeah, it'll close in just a moment there. But if you ever find yourself in trouble, you know, you can just, you know, take yourself. If you're fleeing from captors, this is a place you could go. I'm just trying to keep people safe. There's a lot of crazy things going on in the city. I'm also simultaneously trying to lead a Plater incursion. So, you know, needless to say, I'm sorry we haven't had a chance to meet on more opportune terms than the ones that we've met now, but I'm Thaco. I'm running for mayor.
Yes, so I have heard. But this doorway, this place, this demi-plane, did you say you're leading an incursion?
Oh, well, no, that's from Hyrus, you know. What with all the abyssals and everything, I was...
His eyes go wide. He stops you mid-sentence and says, Hyrus is invading?
Well, yeah, right now it is.
He immediately sheathes the sword and runs.
Alright, bye!
And he says to you, it's been so long since I signed up. It's been so long since this moment. I have to go tell Glimmer. And he...
Hey, look, we're all here to help.
Immediately leaves.
I turn to the Growlmock. I take the coin that the guy left suspended in the windowsill.
By the way, for doing something that you don't even know about. But you've done something.
I'm gonna head over to the windowsill, grab the coin out of it, and just kind of shrug and be like,
well, I guess this was yours, buddy.
Flip him the coin.
You attempt to flick him the coin, but it hits against the barrier of the chains and just sort of goes bwong and shoots back like a meteor up into the ceiling and just sort of burns a hole through the wood and just...
Of course. Alright. Well, let's work at these wards.
And I go up to the floor in which, you know, the magical circle.
Magic.
I don't have it.
Spell magic.
I can't cast the spell magic.
Spell magic.
I try to cast the spell magic.
Do you know the spell Dispel Magic?
Nope.
You wave your hands into the air, a little sparkle comes out, but alas, there is no dispelling of magic that occurs here on this place, on this prison. The Growlmock, all of its tendrils whip out in frenzied anguish. All the little roots and the branches suspended upside down. And as it does so, it lifts its necrotic hands again and then grips them tightly. And as he does so, more of the lightning begins to blast into the prison.
Hold on just a second. Let me see if I could, like, find a wand or something.
Free me. I need to free me.
And
I'm gonna go over to the chests there and search them for some sort of wand.
You do so. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. And while you're doing that investigation check, Gurak, I know you're sleeping. Currently, you in sleepy nighty nights.
Well,
yes?
not not quite like gone to sleep, but like
Yeah.
remembering I gotta test food. He'll get out of bed. And, like,
Okay. You get out of bed. You walk your way over to the room. You ever, as a player, out of curiosity, you ever have that moment where you're like, yeah, what my character would do is I would totally just I would vibe. I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to go off into this other area. And about 2 minutes goes by before you realize, oh, fuck, what have I done? I'm not going to get a turn. I'm not going to be able to do shit. And there's like something else big happening off in the corner, and you're like, man, I want to be there.
I'm really hoping that I find some paper birds at some point so that I could write Poe and just be like, oh, sorry. Here's a coin or something. I don't know, but we'll see.
Paper birds are one of my favorite items to give out to adventuring teams. One of my favorites. Gurak, we are still with you. As you go out of the doorway down towards where Kyani is at, you immediately smell the cooking, and the cooking smell is kind of like Kyani. Go ahead and roll me a crafting check. I would say it's a wisdom governed stat. If you have cook's tools or proficiency, you may add them.
Okay, so just a flat wisdom check.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey DM, I need to step AFK for.
It smells like boiling water, and maybe like there's a slight bit, like a hint of like milk or something that's like burning up into the steam. It smells really god awful plain. You can just tell with your nostrils that this ain't a winner.
It's like he steps in the room.
But what do you say to the chef who's trying her darndest?
It could use some more salt.
What is that? We don't season anything out. What is that? Is that the... What is that?
He says to himself, I think she's trying to kill me. You don't know what salt is?
No. Not for food. You use it maybe sometimes to treat the sterilized stuff, but never for food. What are you talking about?
Oh dear God. Gurak's gonna go over and try to give a hand with cooking. You gotta try a couple things. Like, see, this is salt. You like put some in, cut some meat.
Did I have not put red meat in there, by the way? Because I definitely did.
I'm sorry, I missed that. This is where the cold is getting to me.
He says, should I have not put the rat meat in there? Because I definitely put rat meat in there. Yes.
Rat meat is 100%.
I mean, did you clean it?
I mean, the water boiled. And yes, I do know how to clean kills.
Oh, God. Gurak just has a face of like...
Also, do you need like little rat bones? Because I did take them out and I'm not probably going to use them for anything.
Well, at least you took that out, but the rest really needed to be cleaned. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know if this is salvageable. To be honest with you.
Maybe I restart. I can go find another fresher rat, maybe. In the other room.
Maybe not a rat.
There's not really many animals out in the city for me to go hunt, so...
I'll tell you what, I'll do you a favor. I just came across gold. I'll go buy some foods that we can cook with to eat it right.
Should we also maybe go try and find our feathers friend? Because now that I'm really sitting here and thinking about it, shouldn't they have popped? Or maybe they were Theiko. I don't know where he went.
Oh, we could go see Deco, and he like puts out the flame on the pot, like die, you evil thing.
Very well. You take the pot off of the countertop where the little arcane fire is keeping it aloft, keeping the thing cooking. And you immediately pat the stuff, trying to get rid of it. And the more you pat it, the more the flame sort of goes.
Well, that's not working. Yeah, he'll stop patting the flame like, oh, well, let's go see Deco. Maybe our friends are there, and yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm sure the negotiations with the big Graumacht thing is going very well, because they're very close friends. Last I checked, so.
Well, they were playing games, so they have to be friends.
I mean, that's what I would do with friends. I play games, so.
Well, let's go check it out. Gurak's
All right, team.
Walk on out.
He's gonna
You
take like
leave
one
the-
last look. He's gonna take like one last look back at the pot, like, ugh.
You leave the lit flame on the counter, the wooden counter, and you walk away to go closer to where Theiko is at. And I will move you to the bottom of this little staircase here, and we'll get to you in just a second.
Thank God that's an arcane flame.
And as we go over to where yins are all at, we're going to very, very briefly, very quickly here, switch ourselves over to the lovely Silverwind Canal, where we find over top of the ship, all the way up into the crow's nest, Poe, Qorbo, there you are, inside of the ship where you had last taken your long rest. You see in the distance that a portion of the rooftop of the warehouse has been destroyed. There are demons and mechanical creatures that are brawling up into another exploded frontal building. But it looks at this juncture that most of them are inside of the building doing their fighting. They're not on the exterior any longer. In fact, there's very little to almost no threats that you can see out onto the streets. And on the other side of the canal, let me show you with this little line tool. Going off in that direction, you can see a contingent of Mon Ketis soldiers. You may not know what that means. Who are guarding the bridge, and a wizard all the way at the top of the building seems to be using these huge arcane lightning and channeling chain lightning to blast things out of the sky. And the chain lightning seems to be manifesting a little bit different than normal. Seems to be harming the demons instead of empowering them like it had done but previously. Whatever the case may be, the Mon Ketis clearly have this under their control. What would you like to do? And the beings of Hyrus have indeed begun to march through the streets to deal with the area, and the incursion is only getting stronger as the gears spread out, and yet more of these Hyrus creatures are spawning in the waterfront. What would you like to do?
The creatures are spawning in the water?
Next to the waterfront. So they're spawning in that area. Okay. These are the mechanical creatures that Theiko has summoned by using his one-time use bottle of incursion.
Okay.
I know, what a strange place for you to be.
It's okay. There was a guy earlier who survived and was on the ship. Poe is going to stealth his way down into the ship and try to find him.
Sure, absolutely. As you drop your way down, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
21.
You do notice that there is a man who is currently rifling through the captain's cabin in his freedom. He's clearly not the captain of the ship. The captain obviously died. This is a sailor that you would have sailed with getting into the area. And this would definitely be him looting after a battle.
Okay.
And you can hear him just sort of going, "Oh, we got these little bits and bobs here. Yeah. That's right. Nice, like that. Yeah."
Sailor.
What? I was hiding from all the demons.
Don't worry about that now.
That were about, you know.
There are more just appearing
Aye.
just on the docks.
Yeah, yeah. The metal
You need to be
ones.
safe. The water is safe. This ship won't be safe for too long. Take what you can that won't weigh you down. Swim. You're a sailor. I hope you can swim.
I ain't gonna sail out into the ocean by myself, logged down with all this booty to bear.
Just take what you can bear, something light. And there is a group of guards.
Aye,
What I recognize, they are Monketis.
aye.
They value
Spit it out,
crafts-
lass.
crafty things. Just let them know you support their movement or cause.
Aye, well, I do be a human.
Human, they may protect you. Make your way
Aye.
over to them.
But
See
you,
if
on
they
the
can
other
find you
hand,
somewhere
you
safe.
be screwed.
I will be. I'm not going with you. But you need to get out of here.
Well,
And Poe's gonna
what about
give
this?
him-
I got a better idea. I'll just throw it by your ears. You don't like it, you throw it right back. But instead of
Not
swimming in the
very.
water, frolicking about in the flotsam, becoming something no more than a smuggler with all me booty and no protective quality about me. No one to really give me that extra oomph, as though I be serious about what I have. No crew to blow any extra wind into me sails. Perhaps you and I together, we can work on more beneficial path. You there got your wings, you can fly, and I'm willing to bet that you can fly me up to the other side. I won't have to swim, and with me not having to swim, I'll be taking all the loot I can carry. But not just all the loot that I can carry, but all the loot that you and me together, that we can take away from yonder shippy. What do you say? We take our way over to safety. You fly me over across the waves and the flotsam below, and on the other side, I'll vouch for you. I'll say that you be me bodyguard, that you're impressed into servitude, that you were the lookout for our crew, not too big a stretch, for that was the purpose you did fulfill when the captain was still alive. And then we'll walk off like none of this ever happened. Maybe we'll even claim the ship, and when it goes down, we'll get the insurance. And after we can collect on that old insurance of the rotten ship, then we'll really be swimming in booty. In our own ship, I might say. Do you know what the insurance claim on a ship is enough to give you?
You
A
know
ship of your own.
the danger that is just off the starboard side of the ship. Are you a sailor or are you a sinker? I fly. I do not carry men around at any whim. And I'm less
Aye,
worried
but this
about-
not be just any whim. This be the chance to have your
This
own
be
ship.
your life. I can fly out of here just fine. I saved you once, and I'm giving you a chance to live again. You need to go and swim for your life. I'm not going to save you another time. And Poe just gives him a dagger, and he is going to fly off.
But think of all the booty we could share!
Poe is just going to dash. Can I make it all the way over there?
I gave you the flappy flaps. You can fly now.
Oh, nice. Okay. wanna
Did
go
you
over
just
here.
fly? Now hold on, just 1 second. Did you just do exactly what he said to do without him?
Yeah.
Did you just say get fucked? And you just
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Because
Wow.
I'm not
Inspiration.
gonna worry about his weight right now.
There's like angry sailor noises coming at you.
He sees you fly off to the other side, and after he says, think of all the booty we
gave
can
him a
share,
dagger.
he instead begins raising his fist. He says, I saw you fly away! You can't escape me! I'm gonna remember this for as long as I live!
I was gonna look past him at the creatures on the docks, and he's like,
You arrive to the other ship, and when you get to this one, you can see that there is a crew of sailors sitting down on top of the deck, and they seem to be playing a game of cards. The card deck, you can tell, is enchanted, and every so many cards that they play, you see a little bolt of lightning leap out from the card, and it shocks the other two players. They go, ah! It only seems to be superficial damage, doesn't seem to actually cause them any harm. Kind of like when you press on one of those pens and it does like a little shock and it's uncomfortable. You can see that they are trading strange items. One of them has given like a sickle. Another person has put down like a big fish about the size of your leg. The other person has placed down a dagger, and the dagger seems to like be slightly wiggling every now and again. There doesn't seem to be a captain aboard the ship, but they don't seem at all alarmed about the devastation and the danger of all the demons that have been flying around the area. Come to think of it, you haven't seen any damage on this side of the docks in the Silverwind Harbor District whatsoever. Aside from a very large pile of demon bodies sort of bleeding and soaking into the ground, abyssal black slashes from where they had incurred, as well as a strange, in the distance, some soldiers in a strange sort of squiggling squid-like monstrosity on the deck, or on the street level. They just seem not a care in the world as they're going about their day. What do you want to do? What do you want to say?
he's gonna be like, "Hi, sailors. You."
I do award you
currently
+1
running.
inspiration for flying off in this direction, by the way. Sorry. I sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to let you know, my tantrum aside, my shock and incredulity aside, you do gain that inspiration.
Saved him once. Gotta save
Yeah.
himself sometimes. He posed like, "Guys, sailors.
They immediately turn around and they say, welcome to the ship. You are seeking refuge, duh?
Refuge, maybe a bit of a voyage out into the sea. Are you guys ready to set sail?"
No. We are not set to leave the harbor anytime soon. This is a short leave time. We're currently playing a game of lightning strike if you wish to join and wager some of the things that you have. But fret not, bird lady. This side of the city, it is understandable that you would come here for safety. The Monketas keep us safe from the riffraff and all the demons on your side of the city. But you would do
Riffraff,
well to consider switching allegiances. You may not be one of us, but there is good wealth, good harmony on our side of the city.
And it's what I seek. I seek harmony, wealth. And I'm sure you guys seek a bit of wealth as well. I actually had a task for you out in the open ocean. There's a beast that I'm looking for.
You tell us of beast. You believe that we are going to slay this creature, huh? That is the case.
No.
And perhaps
I only need you to take me there,
and you will do
and then
this
you're free to
way.
return.
And what nasty beast do you intend to slay?
Uh, it's an unspeakable creature. I just need to get there, and I'll pay you all generously, only to get me there, and then you're free to come back and wager your new earnings in your Sparky game.
The price of passage aboard this ship is very high. Are you sure you
Name
can
it.
pay it, refugee?
You can name it now, or you can name it when we get out there. I'll leave it to you.
We are not going to ask you to pay a fee after we have already given you the task of driving you to this location. That is a terrible way to do business. I may not
It
be
is.
the captain, but I am the one who has to pull the sails, and I prefer
is
to
terrible.
be paid. In order to chart you a course, a journey, I am going to have to charge you, depending on how long the journey is. So it appears as though we are at an impasse. I cannot take you out into the sea until you are charged, and I cannot charge you until I know where it is you are going.
The journey is only 50.
50!
Yes. 50
Make me a deception check.
miles. Deception. There we go. 14.
With 14, the guy nods and says, you do not determine how fast this ship travels. Perhaps you believe that 50 miles can be done in 50 minutes, but I tell you this is not the case. So,
Never
you wish to
expected it to be.
You wish to travel 50 miles. This is quite a long journey. It will cost you 500 gold pieces to make this trek.
Very well.
He lifts out a hand, or he raises a hand.
I will give you half now. And the rest later. Before I depart from your ship.
In earnest.
You talk of a fair bargain, you talk of good business. I'd say this is quite fair for both of us.
This is, were I the captain of this ship. We can take your 250 gold pieces now, but we will need to leave whenever the captain returns. It is, after all, his ship, and he will be able to take you out. Well, we, together, as a crew, will be able to take you out. The captain is not currently here.
Where is the captain?
The captain is out on the shore, and I will draw you a line.
Okay.
He is over at the market, the nearest market stall.
He seems a bit preoccupied.
Da. As I said,
he
this
run
is
faster than his
short-lived. Hmm?
Can he run faster than a ship?
Absolutely not.
Well then, how can he be a captain if he's not on his own ship? Captains are supposed to stay steady at hand and stay on the ship. Usually the sailors will go off and enjoy a little bit of fun. I guess that makes one of you captain.
You are trying to make us mutiny. We are not going to do that. It is not in our interest.
Okay. Well,
But
Yes, I'll just
when the
have to,
captain returns to the ship, you will gladly pay for the passage and we will take you out to sea.
that's fantastic. Should we just all wait here? I'd
Bah.
like to learn this little game that you're playing.
You can play Lightning Strike. You must wager something of interest that you have. Something that we want. Everyone wagers something they want, that everyone else wants from them. And then you play the game. The winner will take all of the earnings.
I'll wager this dagger here.
The dagger. Very well. I will wager my hook. The other guy says they go around continuing to wager things. You see that although you put up a dagger, they've got a hook. They've got a pair of stretchy pantaloons, and the last sailor there places down a wig. Like he takes off his hair and places this big crimson wig, almost like Conan O'Brien's sort of like a floppy hair, you know. Forget what that's called. A comb over? Anyway. Real wide, lots of volume. Would you like to engage in a game of lightning strike?
Yeah.
Very well. As you engage in that game, I'm gonna go back to the other players, and we'll come on back to you.
Donovan, there were so many instances of that same haircut that you could pick, but you pick a redhead, of course. You know that, like that hairstyle. You just go straight to Conan O'Brien. You know, like it just. It's coincidence, I'm sure.
Listen, I love me some Conan O'Brien. He's my favorite late night talk show host.
I love that that's the first name that came.
I really want that wig. I really hope I somehow come into possession of it because I'm totally gonna put it on.
All right, we come back to you, Thaco, as you're looting the area, and last you got your 17 for your investigation check. You immediately, as you're looking inside of the chests, you can smell this sort of like wooden scent, or this like oak scent that fills the room. There's a little bit of dust, and like a light tinge of like a glue-like resin used to keep the thing shut. You get a little bit of a metallic feel, almost like something that's been abandoned for a while, and you can see like feel the bumps of like the rust and the beginning of wear and tear that's on the thing. Looks as though it hasn't been treated perfectly. But as you lift it up and look inside, you notice that there's just a bunch of different papers and stuff that have been thrown around, and what appears to be mostly food-related foodstuffs for keeping this Graumach thing fed, as well as things that Romani Garot would have turned into other things. You immediately remember, as you're looking through it and see that everything's been picked through, that the cloaked here had already ransacked the room.
Oh, great. Yeah, they've already taken everything. Do you know of any, like, secret stashes that Ramadi had, where maybe he might have, like, stored a wand or something similar, you know, used for retouching his wards here?
Bring me his body. I'll do the rest.
His body was destroyed, I think. I haven't found it.
No! Bring me those bodies. Toss them into my cell. Drag them so that I can touch them right on the edge.
I'm not really a strong individual,
And do I see Gurak
It's at
as
this
I
point
turn?
in time that Gurak and Kyani move their way up the staircase.
but I know somebody that might be able to help.
What chapter?
You find that there is devastation, dead bodies everywhere, both cloaked and demons. The Graumach's prison has broken in 3 places, and there are only 2 chains remaining, keeping it from being held within its prison. It looks like it could break out with just enough pressure.
I'd like you all to meet our newest citizen of the Treeberhood. Gurak, can you drag some of those bodies over into that area there and just kind of bring them close?
I think I could. He leans into Thako a bit. If he gets out, he's not gonna hurt me, will he? I'm already pretty hurt.
No, I mean, you're a fellow citizen. Why would he hurt you? Hey, don't hurt this guy. Or her.
Yeah, I'm sure
blind
it'll
and
work.
trusting.
I will
Okay,
search the pockets of the people who looted the chests.
Hey, Kyani, maybe a little help doing a little pickpocketing practice.
Okay, but if I find gold, I'm keeping it.
Of course. If I find gold, do you want any?
No, you can keep it.
Okay, well, I mean, I can hold on to it, but like, I have to put it in this slot in my mouth, and it comes out the other end whenever I need
No,
to use it.
actually, I'll take it. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't want to see that.
Look, it saves me from having to carry a coin pouch. I can stack up like a good 100 gold or so. Or any type of coinage, really. Some small gemstones.
All I can imagine now is like a Thaco slot machine.
No.
Yeah, that's
Gold
exactly
arm.
what he's just described. He's a slot machine, basically.
I'm gonna do the same thing with the body in front of me. Like, I'll give it a shake, see if anything falls out. Nothing, I'll just toss it in the circle.
All right, I'm gonna need an investigation check with advantage for Thaco/Kyani since you're helping each other, and then one from Gurak.
Kyani, you probably have a better roll than I do for investigate. What is your investigate skill modifier?
+1.
Oh, I am also at +1. I don't know.
You thought
feeling
the
lucky?
rogue was gonna be good at stealing?
I'm not smart.
So we can either spread the rolls or have you roll it twice. I say, like, let's have you roll it twice. I'm also at +1, so, you know.
I'll roll twice. I don't
Okay,
mind.
yeah, go for it. Roll it with advantage, I suppose. Donovan, is that...
Advantage.
Yeah.
You got it. You got
All right.
the plays.
18.
18, super Guggenheimer. Now, Gurak, did I see that was a 4? Is that right?
If you let me roll a deception check. Definitely a 4.
You go to shake the body just like you had mentioned, and when nothing falls out, you can just hear the gears sort of go clattering to the sides. You're just kind of like, and you place it up against the edge of the bars, just as you had been mentioned. And as soon as you place it there, the Graumacht reaches out. You can feel the necrotic energy just sort of like being pushed back by the barrier, but enough of it seeps through that you can see the body beginning to burn up, and its skin and flesh disintegrating in green plasmic energy. The body very, very quickly before you seems to lose everything except its bone, and rising out from the thing is this zombie, or this skeletal husk. It raises up these purple fire, green necrotic fires into its eyes. It turns around. The Graumacht says,
Break these chains! Bring me more!
And the skeleton, with the necrotic fires in its eyes, immediately begins to as he slashes, and then he takes the energy gauntlets and goes and fires
Hey,
lightning
Daco.
blasts at it.
Hey,
There
friend
you go.
Graumacht. Oh, sorry, yeah?
You got a new citizen for the neighborhood.
Oh my goodness. Look, can I just say, Mr. Graumacht, that it is absolutely inspiring that you can do that, repurposing organic matter for your own servitude. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be able to grant you citizenship, undead citizenry, without...
Give me more of them! Faster!
Okay.
Go
Sure, we
back
can talk
to
about the rules
looting.
later. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Hey, Gurak, let's get this big one, right here. You know, the big one, right? I'll help.
He's gonna roll up his non-existent sleeves and go for it.
I'm gonna, like, prestidigitate some cool effects while he's doing this as a help action, you know, and just like, you know, like play like montage music in the background of him doing this, you know, like inspirational.
Ba-da-dun-dun-dun.
There's like a little speaker in my abdomen just playing, fucking Eye of the Tiger, for you. Like a little boombox sitting on your shoulder while you do this.
Hell yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check. And Kyani, while you're looting the body, I see that you're prepared to write. What you have gained here is a dark cloaked, shaded leather. You're aware that this will give you additional bonuses to sneaking and stealthing. Stealthing and darkness, if you're wearing it. You have also gained a dagger, a short sword, and a hand crossbow. Any of these things you can take.
I'll take the dagger.
You also find an energy gauntlet.
Ooh.
Yes.
That was with advantage, right?
Yeah, I
yes.
believe so. I was helping him, right?
That's
okay.
right.
My bad. I only rolled once.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're pumping them up. Yeah, the 21.
I'll keep
We'll
it.
take the 21.
I like that one. Yeah.
Anyway, you also find in there a one of those what's it, the smoke bombs that you can throw at your feet, and a little gemstone. And inside of the gemstone, you can see this smoky, wispy presence trying to get out. You are aware that this is a gemstone of air elemental summoning.
Ooh.
Throw out an air elemental. You also know that there's an air elemental trapped within there. For those of you who are against slavery and are trying to, in all ways, shapes, and form, free people of said confines, may want to use that sooner rather than later, or be what's the word?
Sneaky thief.
No. Hypocritical. That's the one I'm looking for.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I wouldn't hold it against her if she wanted to keep it, but it would be real handy right now.
Anyway, Gurak with a 21, you drag the body over, placing it adjacent to the iron bars, and when you do so, you do feel the presence of the Graumacht moving its way in towards the body. The necrotic energy flashes in there, begins burning through the demonic husk, and you see that a strange, different thing happens from the first one. Instead, you see this the manifestation of this strange suit of hellish armor rises up, really big and strong, sort of dwarfing the rest of the room. You can see
Hell
this
yeah.
green plasmic fire on the inside, skulls clattering around on the edges. The armor looks around and says,
I am complete. I will serve, and those living will die.
it raises its big mighty sword and it goes to kill you before the Graumacht says,
No! You will break me of these chains.
and it turns around to attack the chains.
Gurak's just gonna look at they go like, he's gonna go moving slowly towards another body, like, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Hey Kyani, did you get anything? Find any paper birds or anything?
Kyani's gonna be like, 1 sec, doing a thing, and she's gonna let the air elemental go.
Oh, wow. So let me just say real quick, little thing. You don't have to release it now. Me saying you'd be a hypocrite for not doing that didn't mean like absolutely right now you need to release it. So I just want you to know, no pressure. No pressure. You can release it. There's also no pressure not to release it. I just wanted you to know. Anyway, you sure you
Before you even said that, when you said something was trapped in there and it's an air, I mean, she's an air Genasi. She's gotta let it go, you know?
So
like,
fitting.
it's kindred, you know?
Where are you releasing it? Where are you summoning the air elemental in the room?
Let's see.
Or are you just chucking it out the window?
No, she'll release it like right beside her, like right here.
Very well. You toss out the air, you crush the gemstone, throwing the air elemental onto the ground. And when you do so, it immediately pops out. A burst of wind blasts into the room, and you can hear this primordial noise sort of rise up. Anyone who speaks primordial will be aware.
I do.
Yes. That the air elemental is saying, "And finally, I am free. And I will deliver wrath upon..." And you can see it just sort of like looking around, not really seeing any targets that you're fighting.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you out. You can like go do whatever you want. You don't have to, you know. She's saying this in primordial. You don't have to stay like trapped anymore. You're good to go if you want to go. You know, maybe start an adventure of your own, have a party. I will say it is kind of nuts out there, so be careful. But yeah, you're free. You can dip if you want.
You say that, and in a tornado burst of wind, it leaves.
I feel good about that situation.
Gets the hell out of Dodge. I'll award you another inspiration. As the DM gives you a very powerful artifact, and you immediately throw it away for your morals and ideals. That is exactly what D&D's all about. We don't need to be mechanically superior because we have anime and God on our side.
Exactly.
Team, you watch as this happens, and the air elemental just leaves the room.
Oh.
Wow, that was crazy. Anyway.
Yeah,
The
that
gigantic
happened.
blade cleaves through another one of the chains. There's only one left, and the Graumacht is sort of patting its hands around the edges, dying to get free.
How many times can you summon undead? Can you summon undead in a day? Come on, let's bring him another one.
I'm gonna bring another little demon. See what this does. If it's a small version of that giant dude.
Yeah, you bring
If
over
he
the
summons
little...
another undead, I'll be like hip hip hooray. Okay, come on, you got this.
You place the undead up against the chain wall, and as you do so, the body bursts. All of the flesh and stuff leaves, and another skeletal figure emerges out of the primordial soup, and it begins cleaving into the chain. All three of them together, all at once, everybody together. 2, 3, and they slash down, breaking through the final chain, and the Graumacht is free from its prison. It floats upwards into the air, all of its tendrily mass above everybody else. Its hands go free, and it goes...
Freedom!
Yeah!
Yes! This is
Gurak throws his
good!
hands up.
Yeah! Awesome!
Now
You did it, buddy!
all the organics will die!
No, come on, man! We already had something worked out. We have an agreement.
He looks down to you.
So, here's a coin. I'll flip him the coin.
He takes the coin and sort of like clutches it in itty bitty tiny in his hand. Or his big sharp fingers digging into the metal slightly. And he holds this out and says,
Small knowing. I did not agree to this deal. Yet.
Well,
I am bound by our previous one. But now that I'm in a better bargaining position, perhaps you would like to enlighten me again about what it is you gain by me going in.
well, first of all, if
and
you
as
would like
he floats
to...
down, he kind of goes towards the edge of the door he floats over towards the escape of the building and sort of turns back around to face you. When he does so, you can see these big, majestical fairy wings fluttering, and darkness, this cloud of darkness following behind him, completely obscuring the outside world and everything behind it. As his powers are let free, you can also see necrotic green lightning just sort of sizzling through the darkness. And as he floats over there, the darkness spews down over forth of the remaining bodies in the room. Each and every one of them suddenly becomes a skeletal figure. And all the undead rally around the Graumach.
Okay, so this is really cool, first of all. Secondly, I just want to show you a really cool place. I want you to stay there. We have to play a game every day anyway. And it's actually your move, and the game board has been relocated to the demi-plane. So, I mean, if you would like to continue our friendship and continue our agreement, honestly, I just wish that we could make another pact where we could just be friends.
Would you like to make a deception check?
It would be persuasion.
So yes, no, right? It is persuasion, I agree. With the one difference being, you haven't quite told him that you want to share the demi-plane and like merge his soul and yours and like, you know what I mean? Try and do a collective thing. You've basically just said like, yeah, go over to this place and you'll be chill, right?
I mean, it is also true.
If you don't
but
want to merge souls and try and share the demi-plane, you just want him to go there, and you're scrapping that previous idea,
Whoa.
it would be a
No
persuasion.
need, buddy. I'm already a big fan of there being vague terms and contracts. I'm gonna go ahead and roll deception.
Okay.
23.
I like
23 is very, very solid. So you tell him you just want to be friends and whatnot and hang out inside of the demi-plane. And he looks down and says,
I have now gained my freedom. It sounds as though going to this place would only enslave me to another insipid existence where I couldn't leave. But you have been a good friend, and I am beholden to play games with you. The agreement was that we would come back here every night and play with me. So I guess here's where we will remain, each and every night. But the day is mine, to do with this city as I would please.
Well, friend, there's currently a planar incursion happening, so even with, a sizable army of the dead, you'd be hard-pressed to technically waste all of these new and bitchin' forces on trying to overtake a city that's already under threat. Look, I mean, remember day before yesterday, I think it was, you made a move where you put your troops in reserve, and in an underground bunker area, and you popped them out at the last minute. Big army of the dead came out and surprised everybody. I mean, here's a chance to really make that kind of move now. You can bring all your friends in there too, and you can leave anytime you want. I'm just trying to make sure that you agree to be there with me and play the game with me there instead. It's a lot nicer a place, and we can get there from anywhere. Both of us. Just think of it.
he like looks to the doorway. He's like,
Think of a way to a place that your roots can grow and you can be free again of this urge to get revenge, because you have a place for you and me and everybody.
and I'm going to turn the doorway into a gate to the demiplane.
Ah, very well. The one behind you, like the one that's
The one that the
window?
Growlmach is in, the this kind of archway area, you know.
Very well. As you move towards him and go underneath the shroud of death, the shroud of undeath that is sprinkling down from his body, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. And you immediately feel a surge of pain going through your body. This is clearly an extraordinarily powerful effect. An extraordinarily powerful magic, almost like something that an archmage would cast. You're aware that the power level of this Growlmach is clearly, well, I don't know if it's higher than you anticipated, but it's pretty damn high.
Okay, so 15 base, and then I am going to use one of my special abilities. Let's use, let's see. Built for success.
Sorry, that's the one. Yes.
Yeah. To burn up 2 additional d4 to add to that 15. For an additional 3, so 18 total.
Puts you at 18. And you know what they say? When you meet it, you beat it. And so congratulations, you will not take the full damage, nor will you be instantaneously killed. As your body can, I need you to roll 3d10. This is so pointless. You age by 14 years as you hit this magic, which does nothing because you're a freaking mechanical. But you do take 14 necrotic damage underneath the gigantic necrotic shroud. You click the coin, and that's enough to send the Growlmach, as he's already in the doorway. We know how this works. We've seen it before. And he disappears in a flash of silvery light.
I'm going to look to the Death Knight. You guys don't have any
Roll
orders, right?
Yeah, I thought I saw that coming.
You turn to the Death Knight. You don't have any orders, right? And they immediately begin to go into kill mode.
Okay.
Now, team, we are very close. Or we are 30 minutes out from end of session. Do you want to end here and start next time with combat, or do you want to go a round or two and then end?
I would like to
ask
you. I would like to ask you if I could call out using thaumaturgy for Poe.
You absolutely can do that for sure at the start of the combat.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm okay with postponing it next time, so that way you can do one battle and not come back and be like, what was going on?
Yeah. And to think of a good strategy to kill these guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, really, that sounds like I've got 2 in favor. What are the other? What does everybody else feel?
Yeah, I'm good to cease fire for the end of the evening. I mean, Rin, I'm really sorry that we could not get more of your character in. Is it named after Qorbo, kind of, from Dishonored?
I
Love
thought
it.
so.
No, the actual character is just the name Qorbo. Qorbo is, I think it's Italian for crow or raven.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Is it Qorvo or Qorbo?
it's Qorbo, but
Qorbo. Yeah.
It might actually be French because they have a pickaxe weapon. It's called bec de Qorbo.
That's probably what it is.
Yep.
Well then, my friends, the last thing you hear is you turn around and ask the undead, hey, you guys don't have any orders, do you? And the big gigantic, all of the undead in unison whisper out to you, tune in next time on D&D